have some stuff to go over tonight. And actually, the best part about it, we're starting with one of the most, if Lionsgate is in trouble, then Disney's hoping that this is the thing that rebounds their troubles. The Avengers Doomsday and Secret War, Doom will draw from the comics. Okay, now this is where I think they're going to get things right here. It says directing duo Joe and Anthony Russo have revealed which comics their upcoming Marvel projects, Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret War, will follow due to there being two separate series titled Secret Wars. But from their quote and everything. But I grew up with the original one. That was something that got me into Marvel comics. The Hickman run is also fantastic, and they're very different from each other in a lot of ways. So we'll draw inspiration from both of them," said Joe Russell. Of course, the co-directors are referring to both of the Marvel comic book collections, which share the title Secret Wars, the 80s written by Jim Shooter, and the newer version of it written by Jonathan Hickman. I've read both versions. I still think, even after, let's say 30, 40 years now, that Jim Shooter's version is better, because there was more shocking things. I think that, now it's kind of hard to shock, but you guys like that they're going to go back to the origins of the MCU and actually start drawing back from the characters? Or do you think that, they just need to just, make up the things to go on?
It's what started them out. They followed the comics and they did well. They went away from the comics and it started to fall apart.
Yeah, I agree. Stick to the source materials. I mean, you can make these minor tweaks for, cinematic flavor, but the core organic story and character background should remain pretty similar, right? Like Thanos as an example, right? Not exactly why he snapped half the universe in the comics compared to the MCU, but it was like a subtle change where it wasn't a big influence. Like we didn't need to know like he loved death and all, like, but they stayed pretty true to it. With Doom and Secret War, you have to stay 90% true to the source. Otherwise, you're going to lose the core fan base and this will not do well. So I'm excited that they're going back and using the correct source material.
I will say, though, that even if they're bad, Doomsday and Secret Wars are going to be huge, huge moneymakers.
Oh, yeah. People are showing up. Yeah.
It's not going to be like the Marvels or something. People are going to go see this, even if everyone says, oh, it's bad. Robert Downey Jr.'s in it. I'm going to go see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This one's interesting for me. I think that there's always this idea in this, and I don't know. I think Penguin did it really good, and we're like comparing movies to TV shows, but there's always this thing where people like it's you can't do like reference material 100%, and you can't like follow it along because it's not written for or doesn't fit in. And so I think at some point in time, as you look into like what the fans want, and the major feedback of what it is like, okay, I get it. There's people that are going to go see this that have no clue, that haven't read the comics that they say they're going to follow. That maybe but at the end of the day, the people that are going to get the people to go see it that don't know about it are the ones that know the flow of the comics, that understand that. And yeah, you're gonna have the fanboys and fangirls that are going because it just says Marvel and it's a superhero. But I think they have to follow as much as they can with this, because Doom is such a vulnerable character in terms of like, he is like a big bad. He's something that people have been like, why hasn't this been done properly? And so if people hate it and you screw it up, and you can blame it on, we just followed what the series did, I think you have an out. But I'm keeping my hopes and my expectations for anything regarding Fantastic Four and Doom at a very, very low level. So that way, anything better than that, I'm excited about.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Commander Bly has a great point here because this is what they should have been doing. It's like, even if you have to recast Captain America or Iron Man, you should still have, there's plenty of stories that they just haven't gotten near yet. And, that's what we want to see. Demon in a bottle, although Disney probably would never do that. But that's something that fans would love to see, I think. And also that's something that if Robert Downey Jr. were doing it, he could probably get like an Oscar nomination or something. But that's not the way they want to go.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Like I said again, it never hurts when you use the source material if you use it correctly. And I think the fans, because Doctor Doom's a very old character, so there's a lot of people that have looked forward to seeing a better version of Doctor Doom hit the screen. And let's be honest, I think that Robert Downey Jr. is going to give that to him, and they need another big bad. So I think the universe only works when you have a greater force for them to overcome, and they've kind of been. Kang just didn't do that, and I know he's bigger in the comic books, but for some strange reason, it didn't translate the screen, right, Chet?
Yeah, at all.
Yeah. So
At all.
it's fine and dandy. We'll see if they get this right. I think they said that it was going to be delayed a little bit, Doomsday, and that's generally probably because they have to get so many actors together and so many schedules. But
Yeah.
hey, if it's good, we can wait for it.